Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and even though I complained quite a bit about this run here, I will just go out on record and say I had a lot of fun with it. The Dragon Surge might not be my thing, but I did enjoy what I was able to get out of that run. And trust me when I say there is a lot of fun to be had with that one. But we are going to move on now. We're going to move on to Tidal Blast, which, as you can see, is a nice, powerful spell. And because it starts off enhanced, you get a nice little watery shield that goes with it. Just a good mid-range kind of get off me spell. Like, no, I don't want you anywhere nearby vicinity. You get out of here. It's a very good power option. Obviously, it's melee, so there you go. There's Big Muscle Boy. So this one could very easily be used as a sort of... So this could very easily be used with the Dark Katana, although I'm not necessarily suggesting that that is what you use it for, because the burst has a base damage of 50, and even just catching them with the watery spheres, Dark Sage, they're called bubbles. Yeah, I'm not sure I would call that a bubble. It's way too big. But we'll go with it. The bubbles bursting, that causes 50 damage, so this is a prime candidate for a power build. So that is what we're going to be doing, and you'll notice a lot of the water arcana we've been using have been, power build material. That's kind of what the water and ice arcana have been good at. Is, at least the last few. Ice Spear, power. Glacial Cross, power. Now this one, power. And spoiler alert, this one is also pretty good for power. But it scores multiple hits at least, so that one I might do Dark Katana because that's part of my swordsman build. But let's focus on what we have going on right now. So we've got big burst damage with Tidal Blast. Now what else do we want to do? Like, we could take this and just have a good shield run. But if I want to focus on the burst itself, like, this is one where I really don't think you need to worry too much about like taking a lot of control to hold enemies still. This is one where you can probably get by just fine with just the spell itself and use your standard for either more power or just area sweepers. Like, I was thinking about Inferno Beam for a minute there. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that one. But again, good area sweepers, so is Flame Fusion. Matter of fact, there we go. We're going to take Gust Volley. It's a nice little shotgun burst approach. Actually, I might have a different idea. Do I want to go shotgun burst? Or do I want... No, I definitely... You know what? I'm going to go Inferno Beam. There we go. I think that is the right idea. Do that just to really lay in the area of effect. Then we'll take Thunderline. It's just a great defensive option. See. And now, if we're going kind of like mid-range, Kind of the best one of the better mid-range options tends to be like Aqua Arc or Bolt Rail. I'm gonna take Aqua Arc just because I haven't used it in a while. But yeah, because kind of keeping enemies at arm's length will kind of be what we're going for with this build. And of course, at the center of that will be our big bursty damage boy. Ooh. And at the center of that, we will take Cartographer's Quill, just because we want to build, because the damage that we build up over time will be very worth it. And it's just going to make Tidal Blast stand out even more. Now, one thing that I think is important to think about when you're picking your signature spell isn't just what will this look like when I cast it with the signature charge, but it's also what will it do for me when it's not being signature cast. And that, as I had said, that's one of the things that I kind of took a bit of issue with the water dragons, because only having 2 of them around kind of controlling the field felt a little underwhelming. But that is not going to be the case with Tidal Blast. I really think Tidal Blast has a lot going for it. And we're going to start at Freya. Come on. No, not living courtyards, not burning furnaces, not Sky Palace. Chilling dungeons, there we go. Alright, so the twins are also going to be resisting both my signature and my basic. That's a shame. The first thing that I would point out for Tidal Blast is just the incredible range that it has. Okay, I hate you guys so much. Well, I should say incredible range for a melee spell. Because obviously you got things like Exploding Fireball that have more range than that. Inferno Beam is outputting more range, but But that doesn't change the fact that Tidal Blast in and of itself is a very good burst damage spell with a pretty decent kind of mid-range reach. See what I mean? It kind of reached out behind those macho ghouls and hit the smaller ones, and then the signature cast, again, it seems like it's just one big hit, but each of those kind of has its own hitbox to it. Or at least each, wave of the bubbles has its own hitbox to it. So against larger enemies, depending on your positioning, you can score multiple hits with Tidal Blast. Ooh, do I take the luxury handbag or the glass cannon? I'm kind of thinking glass cannon on this one, because this is a much more comfortable build for me. If I end up losing, well, I mean, that's my fault for being overconfident. Oh, I'm so tempted. So tempted because I love Spark Array, but it usually doesn't. It's not going to do very good against the electric forces. See, the other thing to remember is that you do have a nice chunky barrier to block damage with when you use the enhanced version of Tidal Blast, which of course, because it's a signature, it starts enhanced. You don't, it doesn't last long, but it is effective. Okay. I'm starting to regret that glass cannon pick. Alright, what do we have here? We're gonna take the Nerite Shell. And we're not scoring a lot of critical hits, but screw it, I'll take that too. Obviously, with the Nerite Shell, what we're hoping is that we find the Hunter's Stiletto. And there's the boss room. Okay. Alright, take another look here, see if there's anything I want to pick up. I think because this has a very similar sweeping range, we grab this. Alright, well hopefully we'll get a chance to show off the signature cast against a boss in the very near future. Because it actually does more damage than you would think. See what I mean? It kind of goes a little further than you'd think it would, and hits more times than it seems like it would. Which, granted, it's only going to hit like probably 1 or 2 times in total, but oftentimes that's enough to lay on some devastating damage. And like I said, it comes with a shield. Which, yeah, I know it's not the most important factor of the whole thing, but I mean, anything that you can use to your advantage is good, right? And since I do have Inferno Beam on me, you'll remember that one of the things that I said about Inferno Beam that I wasn't the biggest fan of is that it it lasts too long. Yeah, give me the pewter bracelet. Alright, I feel like I made a mistake. Because now, when I pick up those Chaos Gems, they aren't going to necessarily count towards my healing. They're just going to go towards the pewter gem. Oh well. And there wasn't any other cursed relic that I actually wanted, so oh well, I'll just deal. Alright. Oh, look at that. Actually, this wouldn't be bad to grab either. I'm 1 coin short. Come on. Well, I mean, we'll definitely get 1 coin out of this, but I mean, see what I mean? There, I got the chance to show it off, and you'll probably see it more times throughout the run, but yeah, it does more damage against bigger enemies than you would originally think. And I love it for that. Because originally I thought, okay, it's just gonna do the same thing as Tidal Blast, it's just gonna all be like, you know, one big hitbox that just kind of goes forward in a cone, but no, it does more than that. Alright, not bad. Frost Scimitar. Alright, I'll grab it. Actually, it might be more useful on this next upcoming stage, because we are going to face Zeal. And I forgot to roll the soundtrack choice. Whoops. Hey, see, you guys are supposed to remind me when I do stupid things like that. You'd be like, hey, Dark Sage, you forgot to roll the soundtrack. You might want to go back and take care of that. Yeah, I'm smart. Oh, what do we have down here? This is Storm Draft. I mean, it's okay, but it's not going to be very effective against Zeal. I don't know, I think I'd rather stick with what I have. And nothing else is looking particularly enticing for this build. Hey, Snowflake Chakrams, remember those? Remember how underwhelming they were? Yeah, I don't use that spell often for a reason. Alright, let's take the portal. Oh my god, he remembered the portal! I was starting to wonder if he had Alzheimer's. And I suppose it's also worth mentioning that, yes, Tidal Blast can cancel some enemy projectiles, like you just saw me do there. My kind of semi-show-offy way, even when I'm not exactly planning for it to happen that way, but, you know. Hey, got anything I want? Okay, so I might not necessarily need it, but Ella's Glass Kite is a wonderful tool just to give you a little bit of a buffer zone when you're going through the stages. Even if you don't necessarily think you need it, it's worth picking up just to give yourself a little bit of a safety net. Alright, now what do we got over here? Well, we definitely want the Tattered Scroll. We want more signatures, right? And this is the Signature Arcana Spotlight series, right? We haven't forgotten that. Ow, ow. There you go. It's a thing of beauty. And because, as we know, much of your signature charge is tied to how much damage you do, these burst damage options are typically pretty good for building up your signature. There are some that are better than others, like Twin Turbines, but I mean, that spell is good at everything. And it's just a well-known fact. You need something done, you turn to Twin Turbines. You need a field of damage, Twin Turbines got you covered. You need your roof re-shingled, you can use Twin Turbines to do the heavy lifting. You need to call your cousin because you did something wrong, Twin Turbines is your cousin. Darksage, you're not making a lot of sense. You got a problem in your business? You call Twin Turbines. They'll take care of that problem. I think Darksage thinks he's in the mob. It's really embarrassing. And there goes the kite. But again, for a little while, we just had a nice little consistent buffer zone. Okay, we're gonna take this just because it offers a critical hit percentage boost to your basic. And I have said before that your basic is one of those things that you're always going to have. Like, even above your signature, like, it never goes on cooldown. And we do have just a mild little synergy with the Vampire's Eyeglasses, even though it didn't activate there, but oh well. Hey, it's only a 5% boost, what do you want? But I mean, it's still more than nothing. If you guys play D&D, remember, that means that you score a critical on a 19 and a 20, not just a 20. Oh, they were just outside of my range. Oh, man. Dude, I am getting, like, all the stuff here. Like, seriously, just all the cursed relics. Well, I mean, the one thing that I don't like with the Magician's Wand is that I would actually end up getting a... Yeah, my Aqua Arc combo would be so much slower. That would leave me very vulnerable. It'd be one thing if I were using, like, I don't know, Earth Knuckles. But when you count on your... When you count on your basic to be quick... Like, it seems like a really minor thing, but think about what I'm using my basic for in this run. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a second wave of enemies that somehow I missed. God, they really want me to take Spark Array. And they really aren't upgrading my my Inferno Beam. Hello, game, I have another spell. I'd also like to upgrade Terra Ring. Okay, well, that's a good example of how to take 140 damage real fast. Alright, let's portal on out of here. So now the question really becomes, do I take a risk on Magician's Wand? And I think, yeah, I'm going to take a risk on it. Because as much as I want to complain about my casting speed, let's be fair, I am hitting like a truck right now. Beautiful. Alright, we're going up against the twins now, so I'm going to put on Terror Ring. Incidentally, if I had taken the Idealist scoreboard, I could have gotten more damage out of that. Maybe I should have, but oh well. Oh, I wasn't even aware that I hadn't upgraded that yet. Okay, but what about Terror Ring or Inferno Beam? Why aren't those getting upgraded? Ooh, my tummy is rumbly. In this case, not meaning that I'm hungry, but meaning that something that I just recently ate is working its way through my system. Do we really have to talk about that? Well, I mean, we could always talk about the war in Israel. Let's talk about those stomach issues. How are you feeling? Got anything good here? We've got that. That'll act as a nice little buffer zone. Again, just sometimes all you really need is something to keep you safe when you go in and smash face. Oh, you're still up. The living embodiment of anything greater than 1 HP and I'm good to go. And the Iron Golem hits you for 23 damage. How much HP do you have left? 1. You gonna be okay? I'm fine. Okay, so looking at my build, Inferno Beam is about the weakest thing I have, but don't necessarily... Ugh. Okay, so either Inferno Beam or Evading Zephyr are fine to get rid of. And it was Evading Zephyr this time. And we got the Messy Prescription. Alright. And then that's just a waste. Also, I forgot that I had the Cartographer's Quill. How long have I been sitting on that and not fully exploring maps? Yeah, cancel Inferno Beam. So I don't know. I think it's because I was a signature charge. Alright, so signature charge can actually cancel the end lag of other spells. That's good to know. How long have I been playing this game and not known that? Boy, I hope Wizard of Legend 2 has that kind of depth where I'll just be playing the game and suddenly be like, oh hey, that's a thing I didn't know about. Okay, I'm just getting fried. Okay, well she's finally upgrading Inferno Beam, but not Terra Ring. I mean, I guess 50% ain't bad in the long run. Alright. Lead off with the beam. Okay, too much crap going down. I'm having a hard time getting out of rooms without taking a bunch of damage. That having been said, I still feel like I'm doing okay. I'm not exactly in a terrible spot, I just need to be more careful. Okay, so over here, I think the best thing to do is probably drop this, pick up this, and real honestly, we're going to want to drop that and pick up that. Alright. Okay, I'm getting tired of you all. Well, would you look at that? So this isn't the right build to be picking this up just because of how low I am on health. But you know what? We're gonna take it and see if we can't just make this fun. Or, you know, overwhelming. And there we go. So at this point, I can, without any real hyperbole, say you probably have seen everything you need to see about Tidal Blast. But make no mistake, I'm not, like, ending the conversation on it necessarily because, you know, I don't have anything else to say about it. It's a great freaking spell. But, I mean, we did just pick up Double Trouble. Wait, is it Double Trouble or Double Toil? Oh, it is Double Trouble that I picked up. And there's a good way to do 75% damage in an instant. Last thing I'm going to change out. Here we go. And there we go. Alright, Double Trouble. Again, I don't want you to think that this run was entirely Double Trouble. I just picked it up at the end. But yeah, Tidal Blast. This is one of those signatures that I recommend taking because, one, the signature cast is a good deal stronger than I gave it credit for. I wasn't aware that each bubble bursting was going to be its own distinct hitbox and could hit the enemies multiple times, making it actually useful against big enemies. But the spell in and of itself is just a great rune clearer. It gives you a shield. It's got good range. Like, there's not a whole lot of bad things I can say about Tidal Blast. So, yeah, it's one of the really good ones. Like, I'll definitely be rating it very highly when I get to that point. But anyways, that's it for right now. So, guys, thank you very much for coming and checking out my video. I very much appreciate you taking the time to spend here on my work. I hope you're all doing wonderfully at this point in time, and hopefully in the future. And I'm just going to go straight hyperbole for all eternity. There you go. Have good luck and great fortune for all eternity. Look, Sage, we're not going to live that long. Anyway, I hope you're all doing wonderfully, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody.